Welcome to the February 2025 Hero Studio Fancy Dies of the Month called Flowers and Pots. Let's take a look at this month's product. This product features 3 different layering floral dies. There is a daffodil, tulip, as well as a crocus. There is also hyacinth, and then 2 smaller flowers that you can create an abundance of tiny blooms with. You have 3 different stem styles, 3 large leaf styles, and 1 small leaf. There are 2 pots as well as a plant saucer and a large planter. You also have a small heart accent. Total, there are 28 dies in the set, which allows you to create an abundance of flowers. Let's take these dies and cut them out of colored cardstock to create a simple but elegant card. First, die cut your dies from a variety of colors. I am using canary, papaya, peony, ultra pink, azalea, amethyst, iris, periwinkle, meadow, kiwi, cherry, periwinkle again, peacock, and papaya again. Once you've die cut your pieces, start by layering up the smaller florals. You don't need very much glue. Just dab the back of the smaller one of the 2 die cuts and then lay it over the top of the larger layer. For these small blooms, add a dot of glue to the center of the floral. Then use a wax pickup tool to pick up the center and place it. For this small floral here, you have 2 different types, a large bud and a small bud. I've cut these out of cherry. This piece here looks like a fork. Layer that over the top of the larger of the 2 buds. For the smaller bud, the bud goes over the top of the green base. For your crocus, add glue to the back of the smaller layer and layer it over the top of the large layer. Same thing for your tulip. Add glue to the back of the smaller layer and layer it over the larger layer. For the daffodil, take the smaller piece and add glue to the base, and then glue it to the center of the larger daffodil piece. Next, cut your pot or your planter in whatever color cardstock you like. I am using granite. Now assemble your flowers how you would like to arrange them in your planter or your pots. Once you've added the stems to your blooms, arrange them behind your planter or pot however you would prefer. As you arrange each bloom, use a small amount of glue at the base and glue it to the back of your planter. Once you've added your blooms, go in and tuck in leaves to fill out the greenery. Once you finish, trim any of your excess stems from the bottom of the planter. Next, ink blend around the edges of an A2 size piece of white cardstock using splash ink. Next, add foam tape to the back of your planter and on a few spots of the back of the blooms. Remove the release tape and center your planter and blooms in the center of your card panel. Next, stamp a sentiment. I'm using the Bloom Where You're Planted stamp from the February 2025 Clear Set and Dies of the Month called Lovely Flowers. Ink your stamp using intensified black ink and stamp it onto a piece of dove white cardstock. Then die cut your sentiment using the coordinating die. To add dimension, die cut extras and glue them behind your stamped sentiment. Next, add glue to the back of your stacked sentiment and adhere it to the center of your planter. Add glue to the back of your completed card panel and adhere it to an A2 sized card base. For a fun touch, use translucent aqua enamel dots. And here is our finished card using the February 2025 Fancy Dies of the Month called Flowers and Pots. Thank you for joining. We can't wait to see your creations.